All right, guys, I'm mixing it up a little bit today, keeping you on your toes. We're going to be looking at a knife that I picked up on sale recently from Kizer. Super excited to take a look at the Kizer October. This one was such a good deal, guys. I cannot emphasize how much I actually really like this one. I'm just really late to the party on this. A few of you probably have already had the opportunity to check it out. So if you enjoy this one, feel free to hit that like. The link will be down in the description below. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, guys. We're going to be jumping into size comparisons. We'll do profile, weight, a little bit of cutting, and then I'll give you my final thoughts and impressions today. First, we're going to kick it off with some size comparisons. Here it is against the Devo Knives Growler version 2 and the Civivi Amorite. I really like this one a bunch. It looks small, but we'll talk about in the ergos how much this one impresses. We'll keep the Devo Growler V2 really close by for that profile comparison. Let's do a couple of folders that might be more familiar to some of you. We're going to look at the Spyderco Shaman, also comparable to the Spyderco PM2 and Rat1, and we'll bring out the Spyderco Para 3, which is going to be comparable to your Rat2. So very much in line with that Para 3. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Shaman out the way. We'll go ahead and close up the October, do the thickness profile comparisons against the Growler V2, and as you can see, that thickness is identical, guys. So same thickness as the Growler version 2. Let's see how it compares against the flat scaled Para 3 lightweight. Again, same thickness there, guys. No surprise. Being that this is a more compact carry, and when you look at how it'll carry in pocket, trying to line up those pocket clips, not much is being left sticking out, and it is going to be the most shallow into the pocket out of all the ones here. My seat just decompressed. So very cool, good stuff there. Nice compact EDC to be sure. Let me grab the scale. We'll bring that out here. Check the weight on this one, coming in at 4.2 ounces. So full titanium with a big 20 CV blade that worked pretty well down in the garage. So let's go check that out real quick. All right, guys, let's see what the 20 CV from Kizer is like. I really like the ergos on this one. I've actually spent a few days with this, and I have used it a little bit, but, you know, 20 CV holds a really good edge. As you can see, it's holding up very nicely. Let's go ahead and grab some denim, and we'll try this tabletop cutting. We got nice purchase on this one. Really good position, so we should be able to use the little bit of belly for the sheep's foot here to be able to get through that denim really nicely, guys. So you can see no issues getting through there whatsoever. Very good edge from the factory. I am going to be very curious to see how the 20 CV from Kizer holds up in a more long-term test, but ergonomically this is very comfortable. My only complaint right now is going to be that pocket clip that is really digging into the palm as I grip on here to try to power through this on the table. So very nice. We'll move that to the side. Let's go ahead and grab a zip tie, and we'll just do a couple of little, let me do this, something to kind of keep it from shooting off too far. So hopefully you're able to see that okay, and then just using the tip there. Nice, nice, very good. It's got a lot of bite. I love to see that, you know. And if it is a lower, I don't know the heat treat on it, unfortunately, but if it is lower, then that is something that will, you know, keep that toughness there, keep it from chipping. And everybody's favorite, we're going to just run it through the cardboard. Very nice position here. Very good bite. Very nice. It's just slicing through this stuff. No effort. We got some double ply down here on the tip right there where it's double stacked for strength for whatever part of that piece of the cardboard that is. And it's just, you know, it's biting in here really nice, guys. Very, very nice. Let's level this piece out. I went into the sharpening choil and let's just try some draw cuts. We worked down that tip a little bit there when we went through some of the cardboard, and you know, some of that it's not getting through is because of this cutting board here. It gets a lot of work, But this is comfortable. This pinch grip is awesome. Really able to detail and do precision cut in here. That is nice. Nice indeed. Very nice. Let's just test it real quick. Not a huge sample size, but I am curious if it has any impact. Is there any tape on here? You know, sometimes the tape can falsify the result. So I do like to check that just to make sure. Oops. Slid out of there a little bit. Nice bite still. Feels pretty good. The paper is rolling a little bit. Let me try a different angle here. Oh, something is getting hung up. Might have been tape. Like I said, I didn't goof it off. And it feels like it's rolling through there pretty nicely now. Let me just strop it a little bit. We'll skip ahead after I strop it a little bit just to see if it does anything to help it. All right, I just did 6. I don't want to do too much because I want to see if there was any blemishes at all. And hopefully that cleaned anything that was on there off. I got 2 pieces of paper by mistake. Might help if I get 1 piece of paper, guys. I don't know where that's going off to. Feels okay. It felt like, yeah, I was going to say it felt like it was pretty slicey there. Yeah, I think it's good to go. I don't know if it was blemished or if we were just looking at just some tape or something on there. So yeah, probably could be stropped to be even sharper, but truth be told, I'm really happy, especially considering what I paid for this. And ergonomically, this is a really good one here, guys. I'm gonna kick it back up to the table. All right, let's talk a little bit about it. Ergos, really good ergos down there, guys. During the cut test, I very much enjoyed how comfortable this was in hand. My only complaint while holding this one is going to be that pocket clip, it is a little thin and it is a little flexible, which means it goes in and out of the pocket really well, and it has good retention. It doesn't easily come out, but it comes out smooth, but you can see there on the scale, it does shift around a ton. Really good Ford choil, very comfortable. I found through the power cut, push cut, I was landing right on top of here, so I hang off the front a little bit and hang off the back a little bit, but very comfortable, very well chamfered all around, guys. Everything's knocked down. There's no hot spots. I don't even feel anything around where the lock bar moves around. You're looking at about 40% lockup here. I haven't done my spine whack test yet. I always save those for the review for you guys to check out with me. So I'm going to do my best to hold a little bit below the pocket clip here. Just because that pocket clip moves around a bunch, and then I'm going to hold it at an angle and try to get it at the midpoint first for the first 2, and then we'll do one real solid whack out on the end. Okay, so that one was good. You guys know it's an accident, right? So we got to re-engage the lock, make sure that it has secure lockup. We're going to do another one right here in the middle. All right, nice. Passing that one as well. Go ahead and re-engage that lock because it was an accident. We didn't baton with this knife. It's certainly, definitely 100% not meant for that. And then we're going to go way out here on the edge. I'm going to do my best to let you see where I'm hitting that. All right. Passed all 3 with flying colors, and truth be told, it felt like it had a good lockup. It looked like it had a really good angle. You got the triple cut here with it giving a very solid engagement, and you can really feel that because it's not a guillotine on that drop. It's more, I'm just making sure it didn't back out. It's more of a shake it home type of knife. Now, every once in a while, you'll see I miss that flipper tab or the reverse flick. What happens is when I go to push, the pocket clip does slide over on the lock bar a little bit, so I got to be mindful not to hit it there to make sure that it'll open. Otherwise, I'm going to skid off of whatever device or deployment method that I'm trying to hit on. It's got good jimping. It's not the best, but it is enough for you to be able to grip and flip it. Just really let that sucker rip. Really good deployment with that flipper tab. Really nice detent on here. And that reverse flick is very, very satisfying, guys. The geometry was really good. As you can see, it went through the materials nicely. This does have a black wash on it, but you can see and will see the patina from where you use the black wash blade on here. This does feel like it's a little bit of a sandblasted finish. It is darker than the satin blade with the satin finish on there, which I saw later. I probably would have gone with the satin because, you know, whenever you see the coated blades, you lose a little bit of HRC. And 20CV coming out of China, I don't know how well Kizer's treating it because I haven't seen a ton of 20CV from Kizer. So this will be one of my first 20CV blades from them. Usually it's 154CM or S35EN. But honestly, it felt really good. Before and after the little bit of cutting that we did down there, it bit into the denim, it bit into the zip ties, and it went through the cardboard really nice. It just sliced right through the cardboard very, very easily. Very comfortable pinch grip, really easy to get out there and do those draw cuts, utility cuts if you're using that for this. And truth be told, you know, this has good belly. It moved through the cardboard really good, so you could flex into some hard use with this. I wouldn't main this as a hard use knife, but it would definitely feel like it could flex from going to the office, getting into your boxes and your letters, cutting some loose string into some of your garage type tasks where you might need to cut through a pipe or a tube that's plastic or nylon. And it's going to, you know, cut your zip tie loose so that you know, can get whatever you're trying to unbundle taken apart or whatever you had zip tied up in the car or whatever. It's going to do those tasks very well. They did a nice job here with this pattern. I think it's very interesting. I like it a ton. I think it gives a really nice aesthetic. If you don't like this, they just have that really nice black micarta that they do with the 20CV. And, you know, I picked this one up for under $100. 20CV in titanium, guys, during their sale was like 50% off. I think normally this thing is like 170 or something like that. Just really phenomenal value and build quality. Look at the tolerances here. That's one of the things that I really like on here. You see how tight that is, the tolerance is there, and how well it's machined to match where the blade goes. I mean, it's just, this is a really good model, and it really shows off Kizer's chops for the quality and their ability to pay attention to those details. I just really like this one a lot. And if you don't want the heavier weight of the titanium, they do have that nested liner lock version or the nested liner version with the micarta scales. You could totally go that route. Hopefully this one's still on sale at the time that this goes up. Just a couple of comparison knives. You know, this was on sale, so I'm going to show you stuff that would be in that same range. This feels very F5.5 like. I have the Seahorse, which is basically like what I would refer to as a budget variant of the 5.5, even though they didn't authorize it. So you can see the October is kind of sort of in that wheelhouse, but it gives you better geometry. You can fit onto that a little bit better. Another one here coming in at 130 is definitely going to be the I feel like I missed the lockup every once in a while. My thumb gets in the way. The Hedgehog here from Vosteed I think is very comparable. Instead of 20CV you get S35EN. They have a black micarta or they have a Topo G10. They don't have anything in titanium at that price point, but this would have been again around 170, not on sale. I got it for 86, 87, something like that on sale, which is a killer deal. That's why I couldn't pass it up. I really do like the comparison against the Vosteed because I feel like the October actually has the thinner geometry, and I think it has the thinner blade stock overall as well. So your October is going to be a much more slicey feeling knife than your Hedgehog. Your Hedgehog feels like it's more heavy duty, heavy use. Another one that I like to compare to here, and it really matches up well against the Wii Roxy 3. You can get these for around $200. So very comparable knife in my opinion. I do like the Tide knife and tool design here. You got more Warncliffe blade shape, so this is more utility cutting oriented, tabletop slicing, trace cutting, power cutting, pushing through stuff. Not as good on the tabletop stuff. Your Kizer October is going to do a little bit better there, but I do like the fact that you get the milled clip here instead of that fold over titanium clip. So that is a perk or a plus for the Roxy 3, but you do feel like this is a little bit thinner in the hand. It is a thicker design here on the Roxy 3, and then a little bit of a thicker blade stock, but it has a nice tall flat grind. So unlike your Hedgehog here, which doesn't go all the way up, this one's a little bit of a taller flat grind, and it just feels a little bit thinner behind the edge. So they got that thinness behind the edge way down without a doubt. But overall, man, I'm late to the game on this one, but if you like them compact, even if you have big hands and you want something that's a companion carry, maybe you're like me and you're going to throw this in an organizer down in the pocket and carry it with your main. And if you're carrying like a drop point or a clip point, this is going to cover your more utility cutting task. Or if you got something, some down and dirty cutting tasks that you want to perform, and maybe you have your nicer knife in the pocket, you can grab this out of the organizer. So I like it as a main. I like it as a companion carry. I just think this one is a really cool model that I'm sorry that I missed out on when it first dropped, but I'm glad that I missed out on it because it ended up saving me a ton of money. Getting this for $87 is a no-brainer, and I think even at its original asking price, there's a lot here going on that's really well done, and the 20 CV seems like it's done well so far, but stay tuned, right? Because you'll get future updates with this. It's going to rotate in and out with the Growler V2 as a recommendation knife, size comparison knife. So I'm planning on hanging on to this one for a little while. At the price that I got it, it just, it's a no-brainer for me, and it'll complement the rotation of the Hedgehog and the Roxy 3 in my rotation for companion carry knives and the Para 3 lightweight. So I do like it for that as well, to have a little bit of variety. Let me know what you think about the October down in the comments below. Shout out to everyone to making it to this point, or watching to this point rather, of the video. It does help the algorithm. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a comment. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. Special thank you to my channel members. I appreciate your loyal support to the channel, and to me, thank you very much. I love you guys. I hope all of you have a fantastic week. And until next time, peace.